John Wesley was the founder of the Methodist movement. He was a prolific preacher and writer, and he kept notes as he read through scripture. We have those notes, so it's basically his commentary on the Bible. And on this particular passage, I love what he says. He says, "How kind are these precepts, the substance of which is only this: do thyself no harm." You see, Wesley understood that worry in our lives is a harmful thing. Like, it can destroy you. It can just plague your mind. It can keep you in bondage. And the way that he is interpreting Jesus is that Jesus is saying, don't hurt yourselves in this way. Don't labor yourselves with all of this kind of worry. So the creator of the universe is releasing us from the very thing that keeps so many of us in bondage. As Jesus says, stop worrying. You don't have to. The Father has got you. The Father has got this. Think about it this way. Worry chews up our bandwidth and destroys our margin in our lives. Worry robs you of rest, steals your peace, and commandeers your joy. All of which are God-given things. Rest, joy, and peace, they emanate from God. We get these gifts from God, and worry tries to steal them away again, the very goodness of what God grants us. You see, worry is opposed to faith. And Jesus gets this. He knows that the more we worry, the less we place our faith in him. In fact, over time, worry erodes our faith in Jesus. And so Jesus invites us to step away from this practice of worry, because worry is all about control, is it not? Oftentimes, worry is about control when we don't have control, so we worry about it instead. But faith is just the opposite. Faith is the surrender of that control over to God. So as Jesus is inviting us not to worry, he's inviting us to surrender control, of which we probably don't even have in the situation, but to surrender that over to the Lord. Now, worry is cousins with perfectionism. Those of you who are perfectionists, you know that worry comes with the territory, right? Because perfectionism is all about trying to control the situation to make it come out in a certain way. And so as Jesus is inviting us to stop worrying, to surrender control, he's also inviting us to live a life that is free from perfectionism. That you don't have to be perfect all the time. That it doesn't have to be perfect all of the time. So Jesus is inviting us to live a very different life than what we're used to. Jesus is inviting us to live a very different life from what the world lives. He invites us to be a peculiar type of people.